All right, YouTube, we're back, and we're here to talk about more EDC gear. This one I'm really enjoying lately, and that is the Lochby, however you want to pronounce it, small field journal, mini field journal. I bought this sometime middle of last year, and I used it for a little while, and I ended up putting it down for a little bit because it wasn't quite fitting into my EDC the way that I wanted it to. So I put it away, and I used some other stuff. I was using this for a little while, which is a Travelers Maduri notebook. I really like this too. This is probably a little easier to pocket. It's about the same width, but you drop some of the height off. But I don't use this as my wallet as well when I use that, so then I end up carrying two separate things on me. Where right now I'm trying to use this as a wallet and my EDC notepad journal. To me, journal kind of speaks to something that I'm gonna write in a little bit more, kind of like, I guess, a diary in that sense, but write my thoughts and things down a little bit more as a bigger chunk instead of this. I'd really try to use this more as just a quick notes notepad or something I need to record some values down at work or something like that. I really enjoy this form factor. Even though it is a little big, I like it for a couple reasons, and we'll show you some more when we dive down and look at it a little up close. But I like that I have multiple storage locations for my EDC pens, pencils. Normally I don't carry a pencil on me in my normal setup. What has been my normal setup, which was the Travelers. I would just carry a pen on that because it felt kind of cumbersome to have too many writing utensils, writing tools on there. Where in this scenario, it seems totally natural and comfortable to me to have multiple types here. I haven't tried putting anything in this back pocket yet. It's quite tight already, and I really don't want to, jam more in there. Although, I haven't thought about it. It's the right height. I was gonna say I could get my ruler in there, but it's almost perfect. Maybe 5-10 millimeters off and it would have been perfect. So maybe that's a future modification to my EDC ruler that I designed. So anyway, I want to dig a little bit more into this journal. I want to bring you guys in, just do a simple review on it, just in case you're looking for one of these. Maybe I can give you a little bit of insight on some of the things I like, some of the things I don't, some of the stuff that really works for me on this. One is just the look. I I absolutely love the style of this thing. The blue and the gold, the canvas, the feel. One of my favorite YouTubers mentions what he calls the fizz for something, when you just kind of, you have this feeling that you just like it and it just draws you for some reason. And this is definitely one of those EDC items that does that for me. So that's why I'm really, really trying to make sense of it in my day-to-day. Right now, it usually lives in this upper vest pocket, that one or this one, or the side pocket, or if I got a hoodie in that pocket. If I'm walking around, it goes in my back pocket. Now I do have some concern that once I reach summertime, it's not going to make as much sense to carry it. We'll see. we'll see how it goes for that. But for like winter, I got pockets everywhere. It works for me in the winter time easy. So I'll bring you in closer. Let's get some close-ups of it. We'll talk some more about it. Go over like maybe a mini pros and cons. Go from there. Sound good? See you down. Okay, we're here for close-ups. Here it is. I just love the way this thing looks. I mean, it's, you know, you don't want to read a book by its cover, but man, when the cover looks this good, hard not to. I really like this blue with the, I don't know, sand, maybe a little browner than that to my eye, but definitely more gold to the camera. Certainly a really good looking journal cover. And that was definitely what sold me on the full-size field journal that I got a while back. But as you can tell, I just got the, I don't know, brown version of it. Didn't get the blue and gold. I'm kind of sad I didn't at this point, because man, it would have been a nice pair to have blue and gold with this. But I can always do a full review on this one if you guys are interested on it. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. I do like the quality of this, and I think it's worth every penny. I wish I had more of a use case for it in my day-to-day life, but you know, if you're used to using any type of field notebook, journal, whatever, something that you know you can carry this much, because I mean, that's pretty good size, carry this much journal with you at all times, you won't be disappointed in the quality of this. It's great. But anyway, back to the quality of this, which is also great. So one of the things I believe I mentioned in my opening was that I really like being able to carry multiple pens and pencils in this and not feel too cumbersome, because one of the things that bothers me about carrying my pens and pencils in my normal EDC is like I don't really want them in my pocket, especially like this is a full-size pen this big. This is from LTT. If you guys watch their YouTube channel, they do this bolt action pen. They make them out of their let's see if I can get that a little clear. They make it out of their scrap shafts for their screwdrivers. Pretty cool pen. Certainly like to keep it on me, and like I said, this gives me a really good spot to do it. This is my my own design, 3D printed. I call it EDC flat pen. Interchangeable ink cartridge via mini set screw here. Slide that forward to bring out your pen. Pocket clip. These I actually sell on my Etsy shop, so if you have any interest, I make a ton of different color combinations. I also add a cap if you want to do kind of a funny sword and stone pen kind of play on things, desk ornament. Tons of different color options. Check out my Etsy if you're interested. Last but not least, this is actually a new one for me, is this, let's see if I can get it in Koh-i-Noor. There we go. The Koh-i-Noor Versatile 5228. This is actually a lead holder instead of a normal mechanical pencil. I haven't used this much yet, but I really like the size, and I like that it's a lead holder. The size is great. It's definitely smaller than an average sized pen. It's pretty much in line with my almost perfect in line with my EDC pen. But now this gives me a nice pencil, nice lead writing utensil to keep in the front of this. So that's been nice so far. Usually this, or I use like a Pentel mechanical pencil, which I don't think I have one on my desk right now, which I like those a lot too. If you're interested in just like a solid mechanical pencil, they do a good job. I'll leave links in the description for each one of the pens and I guess the stuff that I mentioned if I mention it. So opening it up, first thing, the zipper is very nice. It doesn't have, I don't think, let's see. Oh, look at that, it does have branding. It's a YKK zipper. Well, that's why it feels so good. I don't know much about zippers. I always hear people talk about YKK zippers, and I don't know. Apparently, they're the standard. I have them on my backpack, and now this apparently. It is a very nice zipper. It feels nice. It sounds nice. You could probably put a better zipper pull, but this, matches the color and works just fine. But if you wanted to get more dangly stuff off of it, you could. Now we get to the inside. And again, Lochby, they just do a great job. Man, it looks so good. I love the texture, the look of this stuff. It's great. They also did a good design choice where they faced all of this inward so it can't fall out in a closed position. I mentioned I've been using this as my wallet. So like, for instance, I went to Home Depot. I have a receipt from that recent trip. Credit cards, debit cards, driver's license. I always keep one of my stencils on me, my business card size one. Actually, that's a good point. I should probably keep some of my business cards in here as well. I haven't moved any in here. Pretty much this, just the last page of it, or the last panel of it slides into here. And that's what holds it. I guess you could always just hold it open in there, so then you could take it out and do what you need to do and put it back. But for now, I keep it in there. This is the way it came. Works fine. One thing I do like, because I probably won't buy more of the Lochby. I might just pick one and stick with it at this point. Lochby. I might not buy any more of their inserts. Not that I don't like it, but I don't see any reason to specifically buy their brand version of it, I guess. I might end up just replacing it with Field Notes. Gives you a new splash of color and fanciness in there, and it's same size, good quality paper, and I have quite a few of these sitting around ready to be used. So that would be nice. That'll be nice once this one is full and used up. Now, I have been seeing online there's a new size of this kind of mini field journal, but it's more of a wallet themed version. And that one's carrying like this size of a notebook in it. That is definitely going to be more pocket friendly, without a doubt. Maybe for some people, the better option. I don't know. I don't have one. But I will say, as much as I like these, or in a similar aspect, a mini comp book, which is almost the same size, I think this would probably fit in the same thing. These just are too small, right? Like there's kind of like a butter zone for this, where too small doesn't seem functional to me anymore. This is kind of the perfect notebook size for me. Sometimes a little bit bigger is nice for other things, but for quick notes and jotting down, like for instance, we were working on a leak tester at work, and I was recording down values we were getting, and I filled up a whole page pretty dang quick of just things that I was writing down for it. Same with, this was more work on the same thing. I ended up using the bottom half of it for some other work-related things for that same job. If you were trying to do that here, I mean, man, you start losing some real estate pretty quick. I don't know if that functions for me personally. I really like this size. I even tried, just to go back in history, I tried keeping a field notes in my back pocket at all times and using that as my notepad. And that kind of works. The only problem with that for me was the sitting on it and basically destroying it. And I don't know, there was something about having like a banana-shaped notebook after a while, if you've been sitting on it for so long, that sometimes that wear and tear is nice, but for me it started to like just bother me, and I found that I didn't like doing that anymore. What I more started to do to carry a notepad on me was use a ringed notepad, which I believe I have one over here, if you give me a second. Something like this. I was carrying these on me because these are easy to fit in your front pocket. That works pretty good. I could see myself doing that in the future as well if I shy away from doing this with my wallet. But again, in this regard, I can usually only carry one pen on me in that pocket, so it might end up just being this and this, and that's it. I really don't like having multiple pens in my pocket, pens and pencils in my pocket. Again, it just starts to feel cumbersome. I like that this system holds it. So, ultimately, I really enjoy it. It is a very nice product. I think it's worth the money. It is a little pricey. I think right now these are somewhere around like $55. You get the notebook in it, and that's it. So it is a little pricey. You can find cheaper, cheaper versions of this on Amazon. That's obviously not branded by Lochby. It's just some off-brand, funny named something or another. And those might do a good job as well. But to me, none of them looked this good. And I knew this brand because of my larger field journal, so I figured I could trust them with some more of my money. Why not? All right, guys. I think that about covers it. I think I got at least to the heart of how I feel about this field journal. I think it's worth the money. I think it's nice. I think it'll last. It's definitely going to hold up. The stitching isn't going anywhere. This fabric is so super nice. They've done a great job. Is it the best version of an EDC wallet and journal notepad holder? I don't know. I've only tried a couple, and I like this one so far. I suspect the summer months will be the testament whether or not I continue to use this and fill out more books. You eventually see my field notes in there in a picture or something. You know that I'm using it, because that means I finally filled this one up and got to the point where I can move on to a new notepad. But on that note, I'll leave it here, and I'll see you guys on the next video.